Hi, welcome to Yoga with Sandra. Let's go ahead and just drop right in and get started today. I'm going to pull my left foot in and then my right foot. So this is Sandasana. If Sandasana doesn't work for you and you want to be in Sukhasana with your legs crossed, you can be. But we're going to start to work to stretch the hips today. So we're stretching the legs, the hamstrings, the hips. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down and just start with a nice deep cleansing breath. You can rock a little side to side. Start breathing with your movement. You can try to feel like seaweed in the waves. Just maybe get kind of funky here. Pulling the navel in, rounding the head around. Just find some nice, easy, organic movement, whatever feels good. All right, we're going to inhale, take the arms up, reach for the sky. And exhale, float the hands down. And then left hand down, right arm up, reach up and over. And take the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Reach the left hand around, find a twist. And then take your left arm up, reach for the sky, and take it down over to the right leg and round your back. Drop your head, spread your shoulder blades wide. And then we'll inhale, take those arms up, big reach for the sky, and take the right arm down, left arm up. And exhale, right hand to outside of the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Reach around behind you. And then inhale, right arm up. And exhale, right hand to outside of the left thigh. Round your back, drop your chin. And inhale, take those arms up. And exhale, take those hands down behind you. Press your fingers into the mat. Inhale, lift your hips. Let your head fall back naturally, not too far, just enough to open through the throat. Press into your fingers, lift your chest. And release the hips back down. Walk your hands forward, find a forward fold. And we'll roll back up. And we're going to switch the cross of the legs. So right foot in, left foot out. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, float the hands down. Right hand's going to stay down. Left arm comes up. And left hand outside the right leg. Swim the right hand around behind you. Lift your chest, lengthen through the spine. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, right hand to left thigh, round the back, spread the shoulders wide. And inhale, lift up, big stretch. Left hand down, right arm up. And we'll twist. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, round forward, crossing the arms, dropping the chin to the chest. And inhale, lift up. And exhale, hands behind, fingertips point in. Inhale, lift those hips up. Let your chin fall back. Maybe see if you can press your hips forward a little more. Maybe you can lift your chest a little more. And we'll slowly lower down and take it to a forward fold. And we'll walk back up. We're going to take the left foot out, keep the right foot in, and we're going to flex the left toes toward the knee. So you can think about your hamstring pressing into the mat and lifting up out of your sit bones. So you're trying to lift tall while you pull your toe towards your knee, maybe so much that your heel lifts a little bit, and you're thinking about pressing your hamstring down, so that's engaging your quad. Got a lot going on. And then we'll take the left hand to the right leg and take the right arm up and over, reach. So we're reaching the fingertips towards the toes. We're stretching through the right side all the way to the hip. Keep the sit bone down. And if you reach your toes, great. And if you don't, also great. But think about pulling the right shoulder blade back so that you're open through your chest. Your torso is dialed towards the front. And then we'll turn the torso toward the leg and bring the head toward the knee. You're going to hold on to your foot or your ankle or your shin, but we're working to bring the forehead closer to the knee. And then we'll slowly roll up. And we're going to switch to the other side. So we're going to take the right leg out and left foot in. And then again, we're going to think about sitting up nice and tall, pressing down into both sit bones, pressing this hamstring into the mat so that quad engages. Pull the right toes toward the knee. So we're lifting and lengthening, and we're stretching. And we're breathing, moving with your breath. Even if that movement is your breath, it's just the rise and fall of your chest. It's the melting a little bit deeper into a stretch. It's a really subtle movement. And then we'll take the right hand to the left thigh and take the left arm up and reach over. Working to keep your torso dialed to the front. So we're pulling the left shoulder blade back in space, reaching toward the toes. And again, maybe you touch your toes, maybe you don't. Doesn't matter. And then we'll turn the torso toward the knee or toward the quad and bring the head toward the knee. You can hold on to your foot, ankle, shin, whatever is available to you. And we'll stay here for a few breath cycles and just see what we got. As you exhale, you're seeing if you can melt a little bit deeper into it. And then we'll slowly roll up. And we'll bring the right foot in to meet the left foot, Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. Lifting up through the staircase of the spine, relaxing the shoulders down. And maybe you let your knees bounce a little bit and just kind of open those hips. I like to hold my ankles and lift my chest and think about using this traction here to lift up nice and tall. From my sit bones up through the crown of my head, finding lots of space, lots of length. And then exhale, forward fold. Bring your forehead towards your feet. Maybe if your hips are open, you can open your feet kind of like a book and get the outside edges of your feet together, but then maybe massage the arches. Might feel nice. Massage the balls of your feet, your toes, your heels. Give your feet a little love here. And forward fold. Relax the head down. And we'll slowly roll up. And we're going to find some 90-degree angles here. So we're going to take this leg out and find 90-degree angle in this ankle to the knee to the hip. 90 degree, 90 degree. And then we're going to take the right knee out, right foot out, and see if we can find 90 degrees this way. Ankle, knee, hip. So what's going to happen is your hip lifts, right? So we're going to work to bring that hip down, and it's going to be probably a little sticky. But we're going to try to lean into it. So we're not leaning away from it. We're leaning into it and finding this stretch here in this whole hip area that's not used to this position. We're going to pull the navel in and up. Lift, lift, lift. So hopefully you've got kind of this shape going on here. This 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. Lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. Maybe you lean a little bit into it a little bit more if you can. Ooh, it's a little sticky. And then we'll pull the left foot in and the right foot in. So I sometimes think of this like cheerleader pose. It's a little more comfortable than the 90-degree angles, but still your hip tends to lift, your glute tends to lift. So we're going to try to reach down into it. See if you can get a little more space there. Sitting up as tall as you can, breathing into it. So sometimes they'll say, breathe into your hips. Yoga teachers, I hear people say, breathe into your hips, breathe into your shoulders, breathe into whatever. And I always thought, that sounds weird. I breathe into my lungs, but I'm kind of literal. So I've learned to think about what it means to breathe into a hip, or it just means that that's where your attention goes. That's where your focus goes. You try to breathe, inhale, and exhale and melt a little deeper. Find that stretch, find that space. So I bring my attention and my focus when I hear breathe into it. And it's breathe into the discomfort maybe. All right, we're going to undo that and swing around to the other side. So find that 90-degree angle and this 90-degree angle. See if you can get them all 90, 90, 90. And then we're going to lift, lift, lift. And we're going to work to lean into this left side that's sticky. Press into it. Find your breath. Breathe into that hip. Lift and lengthen through your spine. Relax your shoulders. Just notice if it's uncomfortable, that's just information. Just telling you, oh, these hips have got some work to do. My hips are pretty open, but they're not used to this shape. So I'm like, oh, this is information. I might need to do this more. All right, we're going to bring the right foot in and then let that left foot in come a little tighter to your glutes. And you probably sit up a little bit taller, reach that hip, that sit bone down a little bit more, lifting up tall. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Beautiful, beautiful work. It's good to work on your hips. It's a lot. All right, we're going to swing that left leg around all the way to length on your mat, and we'll keep the knees slightly bent, heels down. And we're just going to do a nice hamstring stretch. I like to enter it. I call this my gentle entry with the knees bent. Inhale, take the arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Let your torso drape over your thighs here. So we're just kind of relaxing here. And maybe you start to feel a little hamstring stretch, maybe not. And then if you're not feeling it, you can just start to slide your heels out a little bit. And just keep sliding them out until you feel that hamstring stretch. And then from here, we can just work into it a little bit more. So you might hold your feet or your ankles or your shins, wherever you're at. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, start to melt into it. So you can drop your chest and your head a little lower. Maybe you slide your heels out a little more. Maybe you press your hamstrings down to the mat. Maybe you flex your toes towards your knees. Wherever you are, you can usually find a little more. So if your hamstrings are tight, it's not too hard to find the stretch. If your hamstrings are open, you might really need to pull your toes towards your knees. You might really need to press your hamstrings down to the mat. You might need to bring your chest closer down. I mean, you might be pancaked. Some people are pancaked all the way down. They're like, my hamstrings are super open. In that case, I invite you to really work to flex your toes and see if you can create something, some sort of stretch. That's the point. We're working to find flexibility, mobility, less pain. All right, we're going to slowly roll up. Nice. We're going to point the toes, hands out in front, find a steeple grip, index fingers together, point the toes slowly lower down to your mat. And then we'll bring the knees in and send the feet up for happy baby. So here our hamstrings are shining up to the sky. Try to relax your shoulders down because they tend to gather tension here. So try to relax them. And then reach your tailbone towards the front of the mat. And then take hold of your big toes with your peace fingers and your thumbs and send your feet up. And see if you can get a hamstring stretch here. And then take your left foot down to the mat and take your left fingers to your right toe and take your leg over a little bit to the side. Just enough so you feel it in the outside of the right hip, the right IT band, reaching it across. And then back to the right fingers and open that foot out to the side. You might open your left knee out to kind of counterbalance this. Take your left hand on your left leg. Press your heel away. Getting your inner thigh, your hamstring. Relaxing your shoulders as much as you can. And then bring that foot back down. Left foot comes up. Take hold of the left toes with the left big toe with the peace fingers and thumbs. Send it up. And then we'll switch to the right hand and take the left leg over a little bit. So we're looking for a stretch here in the IT band, the outside of the hip, glutes. The leg doesn't probably have to go over very far before you feel that. And then we'll switch back to the left fingers and take the foot out to the left side. And your right hand on your right hip or your right leg to just kind of keep that leg counterbalancing the left leg. Press your heel away, straightening that leg as best as you can. Inner thigh, hamstring. And bend the knee, bring that foot back in. Take the knees out wide. And we'll take the hands between the knees and lift the chest, reaching forward. And we're going to pulse here for 30. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep those shoulder blades up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Big reach. 17, 18. Pull the belly in all the way towards the spine. 22, 23, 24, 25, 28, 29, 30. Hold, 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 hold. And release down. Take your arms up overhead, reaching up. Inhale, find lots of length. And exhale, come back up. Here we go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Try to get those shoulder blades up as high as you can. Reaching away. 20, 19, moving with your breath. 16, 15, navel draws in. 11, 10, 9, 8, you got this. 7, you got this. 6, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and relax, arms up overhead. Ooh, okay. Bring the knees in, walk the feet out. Let the knees fall together. Maybe bring the elbows down and cactus the arms. Relax. Big breath in. Big breath out. This is a nice restorative pose. No pressure on the back. Letting the knees fall together. All right, very nice. We're going to bring the knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze. And take the hands to the hamstrings and we'll rock and roll up the length of the spine. Finding a nice massage. If you want to pause with your feet up overhead, find a little pike position here, plow pose. You could do that. Another hamstring stretch, really working to straighten those knees. Or maybe you just rock and roll and maybe you're already in a seat saying, yeah, no, not for me today. All good. All right, let's go back to that Sandasana where we started. Left ankle in, right ankle in front. Lift your chest, lifting up nice and tall. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Roll it back up. And we'll switch. Right ankle in, left ankle in front. Lifting up, sitting up tall. Big reach. Lifting the crown of the head up to the sky as if someone has a string, pulling your head up like a marionette puppet. Lift, lift, lift. And we'll forward fold. Relax the head down. Notice if you seem to have more space here than you did when we did it the first time. And we'll go ahead and come back up. Big breath in. And release it out. Bring the feet together. Baddha Konasana, knees wide. Cobbler's pose, lifting the chest, lifting up tall. And this is where we'll end today. So I want to thank you for practicing with me today. Thanks for showing up for yourself. It's always a good thing. You never regret it, do you? You're always glad you did it. So at least that's my experience. I hope that's yours. I hope you'll find another video and join me again tomorrow for a daily at-home yoga practice. Namaste.